Okay, other ways to copy and paste in Excel. Let's talk a little bit about other things that we can do related to copying and pasting. Well, another thing we can do if we want to move data from one cell to the other is use the cut command. And most of you are probably familiar with the cut command. What it does is it simply moves your cell contents and formats from one place to the other. So, for example, I can select this column here. I can press cut, and I'm going to get the little marching ants here, and I can put paste here, and it moves the entire cell contents. Now this is just the same as if I had copied and pasted here and then done that. But of course it's a lot more steps to do that than to simply take the data, cut and paste it. Now another thing I could have done, which is another way to do a cut, is simply take the cells, you mark them, and you move your cursor to the very edge of the marching ants. And you're going to get these little arrows once you step over the edge. What you do is you hold down your button and you drag the cells, and you've just cut and pasted them and moved the cell contents. So that's another way to cut cells. Now another thing you should know about cutting and pasting is that the marching ants don't stay on forever. Right here you have these cells copied into memory, but if I start typing and doing other operations, I'm going to lose them. Excel is going to say he doesn't want to copy anymore, and he's simply going to unselect these cells. So if I've copied the cells and I do another operation, I've lost my selection and my copy. It might still be in the memory, but for the most part, I've lost it as soon as I've lost the marching ants. Now another interesting thing in Excel is this command which says Format Painter. What this does is it copies and pastes formats into other cells. For example, let's say that I want to copy this percentage format over here. I'm going to get huge percentage numbers, of course, but it doesn't matter. It's just an example. So what I'm going to do is select the cells, and I'm going to touch Format Painter right here. See, and once again I get the marching ants. But now Excel didn't copy the cell contents. It only copied their format, their percentages, boldface, whatever. It's copied into memory. And now I'm going to touch the cells that I want to transfer this format to. See, and immediately I get a percentage format right here. If I want to switch them back to numbers, what I do is find a number. It can be this one or whichever one has the format that I need. Format Painter. And once again, touch the cells like that. Now there's several ways to select and to paste formats and paste data. Normally, what I do is I select a group of cells, copy formats, and when I touch here, Excel is going to transfer these 4 cell formats to these 4 cells. In other words, it does a one-to-one copy. That's one way to do it. Another way is to select just one cell, Format Painter, and then select all the cells that you want to apply the format to. Now Format Painter doesn't just work on numbers, it also works on text. For example, if I have this text title, Excel automatically formatted it, but let's take away the format using Format Painter. I'm going to select a number, for example, because I don't want any boldface, I don't want any borders or anything. And now my text is back to normal. Now if I wanted to make it look like these other titles, I would do the Format Painter here, and I would paste it. See, and I've got my text title with the correct format. Same thing here. I can select this other line and Format Painter and paste this empty cell, and now I have my format in this empty cell. So that's how you copy and you paste formats in Excel. Another interesting thing that you can do when you're copying and pasting, copy or cut, whichever one you prefer, and then you can bring up this drop down. If you see the paste button here, it's got the main command up here, but it's also got this little drop down on the bottom. And if I bring down the drop down, I get all these different paste commands. And we have things, for example, the normal paste, this paste only the formulas, paste formulas and number formatting, keep source formatting, things like that. And at the very bottom, I have this thing called paste special. And what that does is it brings up a menu with all the paste options that I have. When I'm copying and pasting cells in Excel, I don't necessarily have to paste the full cell contents. I can simply paste the cell formulas, cell values, cell formats, cell comments, whatever, into the other cell. For example, let's try to duplicate the Format Painter command. The Format Painter, what it really does is a paste formats. So I copy here, going to select this cell, paste, paste special, and I'm going to select formats, and watch what happens. I've automatically copied the format, just like if I was using Format Painter. Now another thing I can do is paste the formula. I can copy, select here, and it says paste formula, so I've just pasted the formula. See, I've pasted the formula, but I haven't pasted the format. This was a percentage format. This isn't a percentage format. So this is useful when you want to transfer a formula without copying the cell format. Now another really useful feature of this paste special command is something called paste values. And what paste values does is it pastes a number inside the cell, and it replaces this formula with a number in the pasted cell. So what I do is copy, select my cell, go to paste, and I can either use this one which says paste values, or I can go to paste special and select values. And I'm going to paste it, and here are my values. If I convert these to percentage formats, see, they're the same values that I copied here, and if I step into the cell, take a look at this. There's no longer a formula. So if you have a formula that's getting in the way of your Excel worksheet and you want to transfer that to a value, well, just use copy and paste special and select paste as values. You can also replace the formula. I mean, if you no longer wanted a formula in this column, what you do is you copy and you paste the values directly over the original cell range, like that. And now you don't have formulas anymore right there. One final option I want to talk about when pasting is something called transpose. What transpose does is it takes a vertical range like this one and makes it horizontal. In other words, if it's vertical, it changes to horizontal. If it's horizontal, it changes to vertical. Let me show you. I'm going to copy these values. I'm going to step on a cell and paste. I'm going to go to paste special, and I'm going to select transpose. Now I have to select something to paste, either all, values, formats, whatever you want, but I select transpose. I'm going to select values here, and watch what happens. Now these values that I had in vertical format are in horizontal format. And if I transpose again, paste, paste special, values, and transpose, I get the original vertical format. So that's another really useful thing to know, the transpose command. Many times you can generate long lists of things here and then paste them as titles for your columns. For example, let's say that I wanted to generate a date header. For example, 1/1 of 2017. And what I'm going to do is this one plus 1 day. Remember from the previous tutorials that if I add 1 to a date, I get the next day. I'm going to paste that formula. And now I want to use these as a header. For example, say that I was doing a cash flow, monthly cash flow, and I wanted these date headers. So let's bring it all the way down to the 31st, like that. And I'm going to take these values and I'm going to paste them right here. Paste special. I'm going to paste as values, of course, because I want the date and I don't want the formula. And I'm going to transpose them. And watch right here. That's normal that I should get values when pasting values. They don't have the date format for the time being, but I'm going to put short date on them. And here we are. Now all I do is switch these so they rotate. And I'm going to do a little column adjustment on here. Like that. Format, column width, maybe about 4. And I'm going to adjust this little height here. And now I have my titles ready to go, and I just start typing in the information that I need for my cash flow. So this is a really easy way to generate these date titles if you should need them in your column. And just the same, you can generate them by week, every 15 days, or whatever you need for your spreadsheet. So that's another really useful way to use the transpose function. So that's other things you can do with copy and paste in Excel. Be sure to experiment on your own. So you just take the copy and explore all these options here that you have for pasting and that you also get here in Paste Special. There's a lot of useful stuff there that can save you a whole lot of time. You just need to know that it's there, and you just need to know what it's for. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and to visit our website, cubicleoverlords.com, for more instructional videos like this one.